Okay, well, welcome to our part 3 of all about verb tenses. So because 2 of you are kind of newer here, you haven't been in the class before for these, I don't think. Ken obviously has, but we can go ahead and review some of the tenses that we've been looking at. And what we're going to do today is probably do a very quick review, and then there's some practice. So let me go ahead and share my screen for you, and we will get started. Okay, great. So this is, again, the basic overview of the tenses. As we said, there's present, past, future, 12 tenses. Okay. Here are some rules. These are the basic rules, okay? There's continuous, perfect, future, and for example, past simple requires this is did, D-I-D, and didn't for negatives and questions, okay? Let's go to this one. Ken, can I have you read number 1 and 2, please?
Okay.
Maybe just the tense and then an example, okay?
Okay. Present simple example. I am a woman. That building is very tall. She plays football every week. Water boils at 100 degrees. He loves her. More?
No, that's fine. And then just read number 2 and then the examples, okay?
Okay. Number 2, present continuous. Example. I am eating now. She isn't eating now.
Okay, good. So again, this is just a very quick review because there are many different tenses here. So I'll go ahead and read this. The be careful, ing is not always in the present continuous. There are many different reasons, okay? For example, they love playing tennis. This is not present continuous. This is called a verb pattern. That's when we have 2 verbs here, okay? And the ing here is, well, yeah, so the verb pattern, okay? Sometimes with verb patterns, we use it with the infinitive, with to. Other times ing, and other times just the base verb, as I say. In this presentation, it says the bare verb, okay? So going to this one, let's see, Hacken, can you go ahead and read the type of tense and then the examples only, please? Do you know how to unmute yourself? Because I can't do that anymore. Hacken, would you like to read? Or you can type to me in the chat and say no, that's fine too. Yes? Okay. So click if you, there you go. Perfect.
Yes.
So read the tense and example, please, on this page, the 2 of them.
Okay. Present perfect. Example, I have eaten 3 apples today. Have you had dinner yet? That new cinema still hasn't opened. That's enough?
Well, now you can read number 4 with the example as well, okay?
Okay. Present perfect continuous. Example, I have been eating. She has, it has been snowing.
Very good. Okay, so these are the 3 examples. That's fine. Now let me know if you have any questions too. Like I said, this is part 3, so we've looked at all of these tenses already. However, if you weren't here, you might not know. Okay, so then TalentNet, you can give me a different name to call you too, but if not, that's fine. If you'd like to read the same, okay? Read the tense with the examples for both on this page. And you are muted right now, so if you are talking, we can't can't hear you. Or maybe not. Okay, well, Ken, why don't you go ahead and read these, okay, the tense and the examples, and we'll see if TalentNet is able to read later, okay?
Okay. Number 5, you mean?
Yes, 5 and 6.
Okay. Past simple. Example, I went to a restaurant last night. She had a dog 5 years ago. They often walked to school together. The shop wasn't open when I wanted to go in. He didn't eat anything for lunch. Number 6. Past continuous. Example, I was walking to school when I saw my friend. I was watching TV last night. It was raining all night.
Very good. Okay, so that's fine. Doing good here. And Hakan, would you like to do this again? Read the tense and the examples for 7 and 8, please. Hakan, would you like to read again?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Past perfect, simple. Example, I have already arrived. She had eaten a meal before they came. Past perfect continuous. Example, I had been working when she called me. They had been watching TV when he came in.
Good. All right, so again, if you have any questions, you can let me know. But for now, I'll go to the next page here. And TalentNet, would you like to read? Are you able to unmute yourself? If not, we'll go again. Let me type something. All right, Ken, well, why don't you go ahead and read, just like the last couple times, the tense and the examples, please.
Okay. 9. Future simple. Example, I'll buy this dress. She'll be here tomorrow. It won't rain tomorrow. 10. Future continuous. Example, I'll be eating out tomorrow. She won't be coming next week.
All right, so very good. All right, let's continue on here. Okay. So Hakan, if you're ready, you can go ahead and read again the tense and the examples.
Okay, number 11, future perfect, simple. Example, by tomorrow I'll have done my homework. By this time next year I'll been to America. Number 12, future perfect continuous. Example, I shall have been living here for 5 years. Next August, I'll have been studying for 2 years this July.
All right, so very good. Looks like things are still going okay here. And now, great. So now is when we get to talk about the grammar in a different way. Okay, so it says correct the structure of each sentence. Okay, that's the first part. And the second part is explain why they were wrong. Okay, so for example, number 1 says, I eating a sandwich now. Does anyone understand why the sentence is incorrect? What are we missing in this sentence, or what do we need to change?
Yeah, just we missed that to be verb is are, because I'm eating a sandwich now is correct. If I say I eating a sandwich now, it is not correct.
Okay, so very good. So I am eating is perfect. And now let's talk about the tense. Which verb tense is this?
It is a present continuous tense.
Absolutely. That's present continuous. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to just write in the chat box, okay, the part that should be corrected and then the verb tense for these, okay? So number 2 says, I am liking sport. What's not correct in this sentence? You can also write in the chat box as well. Yes, yeah, Ken?
Yeah. Like cannot be ing form, so I like sport.
Good. So I like sport. And I would say sports in this case. Okay, good. That's good. And so what tense is this? Hi, Anna.
Present.
Hi.
Present. Present simple, maybe. Right? I like sport or I like sports is present simple. All right, so that's good. Hi, Anna and Rocky. Nice of both of you to join us. We actually did a very quick review of the verb tenses, okay? And so now we're just going through and we are correcting these sentences here. And we're talking about the verb tense, okay? So this is fine. So we're on number 3 for now. So it says, I was eat when she came in. What is the incorrect part of this? Anyone, what part of the sentence is incorrect? What do we need to change or add?
I think the past continuous tense is not perfect. Just we missing like the previous example and present continuous tense were like em. I'm yeah.
Okay, so it should be I was eating, and yep, exactly, that's right. It's the past
verb.
continuous
Yeah,
tense.
the ing verb. Just here we missing the ing verb. I was eating when she came in. It is the correct
Yep,
example.
absolutely. And came is absolutely correct because, you know, this is something that happened, you know, when I was eating, she came in. And when she entered the room, for example, it was a lot shorter time. It takes you less time to enter a room than it does to eat, probably. So that's why we're using the past continuous and the past simple. Okay. Any questions with that one?
No.
All right, good. Well, now on to number 4. It says, I were on the phone at 6 o'clock last night. Do we need to change, add, subtract? Here. I were on the phone at 6 o'clock last night.
I was.
Okay, good. Yeah, instead of were, it's I was. And so why?
Because if I were said so, it would be conditional.
Ah. All right, that's a good comment. That's not what I was thinking you were going to say, but that's fine. And so, for example, when we conjugate the verb, this is the verb to be, obviously. I was, you were, he, she, and it was, they were, and we were. A little bit out of order there, but that's fine. So now we have all of these. And so with I in the past, simple tense is what we're using here. It needs to be was, okay? So very good. All right. And let's see, number 5. I will have my lunch by 1 p.m. tomorrow. What do you think we need to change in this sentence? Anna, would you like to try?
Yes.
Okay.
I will have my lunch at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, sure, I will have, yep, that's actually fine. However, we're going to leave the preposition alone and we're going to change only the verb tense. So I will have,
Why, I don't, I'm
Well,
sorry, this one, I
that's
don't know
okay.
why.
This is a little bit more advanced. So we're going to leave the preposition alone just because we're focusing more on the grammar aspect. But however, with at, I will have my lunch at 1 p.m. tomorrow is a perfect sentence. but we're focusing more on the grammar in this. So can you say future perfect? So what do you think it should be changed to?
I will have had my lunch by 1 p.m. tomorrow. Have had?
Okay,
No.
one moment. I will have had my lunch
Yes.
by 1 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, this is the correct sentence. And why? When we use by, that means before in this case. Okay, so I will have eaten also is correct, except we only have the verb to have in this case by 1 p.m. tomorrow. That means I will be finished eating at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, so that's why we're changing that. That's why it's not at in this case. If we say, I will have my lunch at 1 p.m. tomorrow, I begin eating at 1 o'clock. Does everyone see the difference there? Oops.
I think future perfect express, since it is a perfect sentence, maybe and maybe sometime until 1 p.m. tomorrow, I will have my lunch. I will have my lunch. That's my understanding of future perfect. Is it correct?
Yes, this is by a certain time, something will happen, okay?
Okay.
So actually, let's go to the future perfect right here. That's it. So this, we're using the by here, okay? And keywords is by this time tomorrow, by next week, next month, or next year. Okay, that goes with this tense, okay? So by tomorrow, I'll have done my homework. What this sentence means is that my homework will be finished tonight, so tomorrow I do not have to do this, to do the homework. Okay? In this sentence, by this time next year, I'll have been to America. So maybe let's say next January, you're going to America. And so now it's March 5th. By this time next year, you will have been. Okay. Does anyone have any questions with this? Is there anything that you don't understand? Do you want different examples? Any doubts? If you'd like to write an example sentence about anything that we can talk about, that's fine too. And basically what by is saying is before, okay? Well, since no one's commenting, I think let's go back to the other page here. All right, good. So that was number 5. So number 6, I will taking my exam at this time next week. What do we need to change here?
Maybe I will take.
I will take. Okay, I will take my exam at this time.
Simple future. I will take my exam at this time next week. Is it okay?
Well, in a different context, I'm actually thinking of a different one just because we're using at this time. So it's basically in this moment. And when we use in this moment, for example, I am speaking now. I am speaking is present continuous. And so I would prefer to use the continuous tense, which means this would be the future continuous tense. Okay.
Okay.
My exam at 12 p.m. next week. So for example, the sentence I have just written is, I will take my exam at 12 p.m. next week. For example, okay, this is now specifying a specific time. All right, so it's not saying in this moment next week. And so this is the future continuous tense. Does anyone know the correct way to write that in this sentence?
Will be.
I will be what?
I will be taking my exam. This
Mhm.
like that.
At this time next week. Yes, that's correct. I will be taking. So the future continuous, we have will as our future, and be taking is the continuous tense in general. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at that as it's right here. Oh no, future perfect. I just lied. All right, here it is. Future continuous. I'll be eating. Okay, out tomorrow. Okay, and so we use this to say what progressive action will be in process in the future. And so when I say exactly in this moment, next week, I will be doing this. Okay, that's what they're trying to talk about here. Okay, good. Well, then let's continue to the next page. All right, so we finished all of these. And again, correct the structure of each sentence and explain why. All right, so number 7 says, I have be at the gym today. What do you think this sentence is trying to say, and how should we change it?
I guess I have been.
And why?
Future. No. Present perfect tenses.
Good. Present perfect, and we can say present perfect simple to specify even more. But yes, and so what does present perfect mean in this case? Because present perfect can mean minimum 2 different things. So which meaning is this?
Means I have been at gym today. Is talking about like recent past. Yes. That person was there.
Yep. In this case, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, because I'm not really into grammar, but like I know just I don't have like depth knowledge about the grammar, but I can understand something. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and that's fine. So I have been means that they were there recently. Okay. And so that's it. That's one of the meanings. And now the other one that Hackett has written is I have to be at the gym today. Now that has a different meaning, and that's still okay. So what is this meaning? What is this meaning of the sentence? I have to be at the gym today.
Have to be means like it's compulsory.
Okay.
Means like he doesn't want to be there, but it's his helplessness, I guess. Uh, he's compelled to go there, like because he's not interested, but he has to do like this kind of.
Well, it doesn't mean that he's not necessarily interested in going, but maybe he has to work or she has to work. And so they have to be at the gym for a specific reason, okay? And so that's absolutely correct. It's obligation, okay? They must go to the gym for some reason, okay? So good. So Hacken, thank you for that other answer there. Is the sentence of I have been at the gym today show a recent action? Yes, it does show a recent action. For example, another context without today is I have been at the gym many times. I can't spell times this month. Okay, so this means that since the beginning of the month until today, you have gone many times. So this is the different meaning, okay? It means that you went more than one time. Okay, good. Because you can say, I went to the gym this month. That to me means that you probably went one time because you're using the past simple. Okay, and that means a specific time in the past. So if you're not exactly saying when, but you say went, it sounds like you only went one time. Does that make sense to everyone? Any other questions, other examples that we want to talk about? Okay. Well, just keep on typing if you want, but we'll go into number 9. Nope. Okay, number 8. I had already dinner when she arrived. What's missing, or what do we need to change here? Mm-hmm. So past perfect, Ken?
I have had. No.
I have had. That is correct. So I have had, but it was I had already had. I have already. No, I had already had. No, I actually made this mistake. I had already had dinner when she arrived. So what does this mean? Can someone explain this?
What order is unexpected to me? I had already had. You don't say I've had. Yeah, I've had already sounds strange. Okay, thank you.
I already had. I had already had. Well, I'm not exactly sure. I had already had.
Yeah, it sounds strange. Like
Because you're
it
using
sounds
the
like
same.
I already had dinner. Like it's kind of like I had dinner already. But I never heard like I had already dinner. It
Right.
sounds
Well,
something.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
absolutely incorrect. You could say I already had dinner in using the past simple. However, already would be in a different order. Okay. But has everyone, I mean, had is past perfect. All right. So this means that there was an action happened before another. Okay. So before she arrived, I had already eaten dinner. We can also say. All right, it sounds strange probably because there's 2 hads as well, but it's correct. Okay, any other questions before we go to the next one? No? Okay, great. Well,
Yeah.
number 9 then. I've been running to get here.
I have been here. Present perfect continuous.
Okay, so I had been running to get here.
I guess.
That's what you. I was running to get here sounds a little better to me. Okay, just because it was in the moment, all right,
Yeah. Okay.
until you got there.
It will be dependent on context.
Yeah, well, it does. You know what? And that's exactly what I was just going to say. I had been running to get there, okay, with the T, H-E-R-E, there, because then it would be in the past. And you're always, it sounds a little funny, but you are always here. You are never there, okay? I can't be over there when I'm physically here. Does everyone understand that? Ken, I'll get to that in a second. And so when we use there, it's more distant, okay? It's far away. And so we can use it in a different context and can in the present perfect continuous.
Mhm. I've been running to get there.
I've been running to get here. I've been running, sure,
Get,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Have been running to get here. Because maybe from when you started, maybe when you left your house, you had many things to do and you're going crazy, you're running everywhere. Okay, and it's a recent action. All right, sure, so that's fine. That's good. Any questions here? All right. So number 11, I was running to get there. Yeah, you can also say that because was running as a specific moment in the past. That's fine. Oh, I see. So number 10 is basically the same, which we've already kind of talked about. I've been running to get there. So now we can use the past continuous, was running, or had been running to get there. Okay, so very similar sentences, but different meanings. Okay, and again, here is because Wherever you physically are is you're here. Okay, I'm here in Spain. And for example, Ken is there in Japan because I'm not in Japan, he's there, and vice versa for him. Ken would say, you know, I'm there in Spain and he's here in Japan. So it physically depends on where you are. Trying to get there. I think I will have been there tomorrow. Oh, you're on the next one already. Okay, so one moment. I think I will been there tomorrow. Yeah, there's definitely something. I think I will have been there tomorrow.
I think I will be there tomorrow. Like been is like I get is been not appropriate.
Okay, Rocky, and so why do you say that? I think I will be there tomorrow.
I don't know, but I have
Mm,
a gut feeling.
okay.
Like
Well, I actually like that one better.
it
I
sounds
will be there.
like
I
okay to
think
me.
if I said I will have been there by tomorrow, maybe sounds correct to me.
I will.
Present future perfect with by tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking. I think I will have been there by tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
I'm gonna
we use the
say that I think.
future perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I do like those two sentences. Sure, of course, it just depends on, you know, what you're trying to say. I think I will be there tomorrow. I think I can make it to the meeting. I think I will be there tomorrow. Or either I think I will have been there by tomorrow is, you know, maybe this afternoon I can go and I will be there. Good. Lots of good grammar questions today. So let's look at 12. I will be doing homework tonight. What do we need to change here?
Be doing.
I will be.
Yes.
Okay, good. And so, yep, Hacken, thank you. I will be doing homework tonight. So what verb tense is this?
Future continuous.
Future continuous.
Thank you. Very good. I will be doing the future continuous tonight. I am going to be doing something in this specific moment or in the afternoon. Very good. Good teamwork here. Any questions about anything? If not, I'll continue on to the next page here. Okay. So it says, say which tense each sentence is in. Okay, I get the bus to work. What tense is this?
Simple tense.
Simple past.
Okay, but there's three simples. There's present simple, past simple, and future simple. So
Present simple.
I think it is simple
present
tense.
simple, absolutely present simple. I get to the bus to work. So what's the context? What's the meaning of this sentence?
That means he get the bus to work. He travel by bus.
Yeah,
How often?
I think it's
Yeah,
as
more
Anna
often,
learned,
daily, in a daily basis.
yeah, it's kind of everyday custom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, this is called a habit. Yep, I get the bus to work. Very good. It shows daily activities. Yep, I would use the word habits. And now, Anna, you wrote every day together, and actually, this is a discussion I've had many times. So let me just help everyone understand. We can use every day together as Anna wrote it, or separate as I wrote it. Okay. Now there are different meanings. I teach English every day means that every single day I'm teaching someone English, okay? This Monday through Sunday, and that's it. Now, let me think of an example. It's harder for me to think of this example. are English is at school, for example. Okay, so now I have there are everyday English activities at school. So what context is every day in with this sentence? What do you understand? There is a different meaning, okay? Does anyone see or understand? Okay, well, in this case, every day is an adjective. Should I say? Nothing. You can just listen if you don't understand or if you don't know. Every day when it's together is an adjective. Okay, so like I said, it's harder for me to think of examples in which I use every day as an adjective and not as a time clause, as I'm using every day, tonight, today, last night, in 2 weeks, things like that. Okay.
Mhm.
Any questions about that? No? All right, well, let's go to the second one. I have eaten 2 pears today. What tense is this? Let's start with that first.
Present perfect.
All right, that's perfect. Present perfect. Okay, and so what's the meaning of this? And now which context are we using present perfect?
I have eaten two pears today. Like someone has been eaten. Like someone ate like a few hours ago. Like recently, someone ate something, and like uh, not too much uh, in the past. Like
Okay.
recently, someone ate some.
All right, that's fine. And so what's the difference with this sentence? I ate a pear today. Now what's the difference between these two sentences?
I ate. Means I guess it's not to indicate any specific time. Like, but if someone is saying that I have eaten, means like someone has eaten recently. Like in 2-3 hours, and the effect of something is there inside of someone's stomach. Like that. He's
Okay.
feeling like.
Good. Well, thanks, Rocky. Does anyone else have any comments about the difference between the two sentences? Obviously, I ate a pear today is the past simple, and in number 2, I have eaten is the present perfect.
I'm not sure about it, but I have eaten two pears today.
Pears.
I
Mm-hmm.
might eat uh, more. But if I say I ate two pears today, maybe I won't eat anymore today.
Mm,
No.
I like
Okay.
Rocky's answers a little bit better. Hacken, did you want to say something?
I don't know what should I say, but I think I have eaten two pears today. It means that uh, I I ate two pears today. It is yeah. It says that it is uh, indefinite tenses. It is not a specific tense, a specific time. Just have eating two pears today like this. I don't know.
Okay. Well, let me just explain this. So I have eaten 2 pears. Yes, as Rocky said, this could be that it means that you did this recently. Okay, so a recent action. Also, the fact that you ate 2 is different from the sentence that I have with 1. Okay, so I have eaten 2 pears today. Since today began, okay, so we're talking about a duration of time, and that's the other meaning for the present perfect. And so we're not specifying, oh, I ate a pear today at 8 o'clock, and then at 9 o'clock again, I ate another one. We're just saying in general during today only. Okay, and now my sentence of I ate a pear today, that means I ate just one, and I'm finished. The action has finished. Okay. And it happens sometimes because of the duration. Okay, that's kind of what changes these two sentences. Does that make sense?
Yes, so I have eaten connotate I've just eaten.
Okay, sure. Yeah, and that's the recent
I see. Okay.
example.
Okay.
The other, I have eaten 2 pears today, is during today, because it's the duration of time. Okay.
Yeah.
So good. So let's look at number 3. I didn't eat anything last night. What tense is this?
Past indefinite.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the past simple, I would say. The past simple, that's
Simple
perfect.
past. Yeah.
Yeah. And so how do we know when to use this? What indicates what's helping us in this sentence to use past
Like,
simple?
past simple, a second form of the verb, like we use. And if we're going to make a like negative and interrogative, so we need to use do and.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
actually, Anna's correct with this one. It's last night. Anything that happened last night, we're going to use the past simple. Okay. Again, it could be, as we saw in a different example, I was watching TV and she entered the room last night, for example, but that's a different context. So I didn't eat anything last night. Okay, it's last night that helps us with that past simple.
Yep.
And next, for number 4, I had already watched the TV program. So first, what is the tense? Past perfect. That is correct. And what's the meaning of this sentence? Rocky, do you want to try on this one?
Yeah, I had already watched. Is someone watched like I watched that program. I had or like it's similar. Like something happened in past, and the person watched that TV program.
Do you think it would
Already,
sound good if we added something else to the sentence?
I have already watched. Mm, I guess so, but not having any idea.
Okay, so to me, I'm almost missing something in this, because when we use past perfect, it means we did this action before another action. So I had already watched the TV program before my, let's say,
Before go
my
to bed,
friend came over.
uh,
Program is spelled incorrectly, sorry.
I was thinking like I already watched TV program before I go to bed.
Before I went to bed. We need to use
Yeah.
it in the past tense.
Okay.
Yep, and
So
that's
I was,
fine. So yeah, we can use two actions, two separate actions in the past. And when we use the past perfect, that means we did that action before the other. Okay. Does that make sense? Say, for example, I had already watched the TV program before my friend came over. So we're using came. And so the order of my day, or what happened, is I watched TV, then my friend came over. Okay,
yeah,
does
got
everyone see that?
Yes, since it is
yeah.
past perfect, we need
No,
past tense following that or before or
Exactly.
after. Yeah.
And like I said, I watched a TV program, then my friend came over, for example. One second. That's perfectly fine too. now with the sequence of events, I watched a TV program, then my friend came over, but the sentence is different, okay? It's the structure. Same meaning, but just a different structure, all right? Okay.
Gotcha.
Perfect, thanks. If you were
Yeah.
supposed to watch the program, if you were supposed to watch? Not really sure what you mean by that, Anna. You can say I already watched. Yes, if you're supposed to watch, I had already watched. Okay. I had already watched. I don't think it really means if you were supposed to watch the program. I don't think that really is the exact same thing in this case. But not a bad comment, okay, Anna? We're running a bit out of time, so let's go to 5. I will be in London tomorrow. What tense is this?
Simple future.
Simple.
Yep, future simple. I will be. That's you're going to. And then the last one, yes, Hacken, is the future continuous. I will be working on my project the day after tomorrow. So what is the context of 6? I will be working on my project the day after tomorrow.
The person will be continuously working.
In a past action, or something I will do in the future, I guess.
Yeah, and this is talking about in the moment. So in the moment, the day after tomorrow, in this moment, or during the whole day, for example.
From tomorrow, it's like from today. Well, he's saying like like he's counting the days, I guess. Day after tomorrow.
Well, it's just using the
Means
future
today
tense.
he's not going to do anything about this project.
Right.
He's gonna do in future. Like today is not going to do anything. He's saying this.
Right. I will be working on my project maybe tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Okay, so I'm giving you a specific moment in the future in which I will be doing something. Okay, so let me go ahead and stop the screen share now. I think everyone did a fantastic job. Hello. And yes, Anna is a very difficult class. There are different meanings. You can say things differently. And so what you can do is maybe just watch the class again. And see if you have any questions.
No, I have one question. Like, especially if I'm this sentence is coming across. Like, if I'm reading and if I'm watching movie, like listening to songs. I know this kind of like sentence, but I'm not giving like attention and see those sentence grammatically. Like I'm not using my mind, so it's different. But like if you just uh, grab one sentence and you are seeing them individually, like what are the grammatical prospect of individual sentence is something different.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah,
it depends on,
you got
sometimes
some kind
you
of
hear it.
confusion.
Sometimes you hear something you think that doesn't sound right, but I don't know how it would
Yeah,
sound better. And prepositions are super terrible. I mean, prepositions, phrasal verbs, and verb patterns are the 3 things that I do not enjoy teaching because it's you, the student, who has to do all of the work. It's very complicated. There's a lot of memorization, and that's why I say sometimes it's just listen to how it sounds. Does it sound correct? If it doesn't, well, how do you think you can say it differently? And just like
yeah,
us as children, we learn how to speak from our parents, from listening to them, or other adults, other people, and so we don't understand grammar. All right, when we're little, we just speak because we think it sounds good and that's it. So it is very difficult. So don't worry, Anna. Like I said.
yeah. It's really helpful because you know too much grammar. Like you are keeping touch with the grammar. It's gonna be easy for you. Like suppose you're not going to take any examination. You're not keeping touch with the grammar. You're not making sentence. And sometimes if you using English language and you want to speak English, so sometimes you might have a confusion in your mind. So at the time, just like I do listen to my heart, like, yeah,
Mhm.
this sound
Yeah,
is
and that's
good.
you have to
Yeah,
feel the language, and it doesn't mean that you have to speak perfectly, but just so we can kind of do a review sometimes. And there's 12 tenses, plus we have 12 tenses in the passive, if I'm correct. And so there's a lot going on here, so don't worry. And Anna, you can contribute a different day. There's some days that I talk more and talk less than other days, so I wouldn't worry about it. But we are finished for today. Grammar
well,
grammar isn't my favorite part. Well, I do enjoy
right.
teaching grammar, let's not lie. So very good. And we have our next class on Wednesday, and I cannot think of what it is right now. I know next weekend I'm doing a class about advertising, but Wednesday, oops, we'll have to check the schedule on Intenga. Otherwise, just come to class and it'll be a surprise. So, everyone have a
Okay.
great day. Okay, and hopefully we'll
It,
see you soon. All right, great.
yeah.
Thanks everybody
Thank
for
you.
Very much.
coming.
Bye
Wonderful
bye.
class.